Good morning and welcome to Plus Sport Special. An exciting moment, definitely, we have on the show today. Yes, our viewers should understand that today is World Fencing Day. Fencing is a sport where it has not get the right momentum in Nigeria, but it's an Olympic sport and it's a Commonwealth game sport. So speaking to me on what fencing is all about is Glenda Pieters from Cape Town. She is a 61 years old who won a gold medal in a fencing championship in UK. Good morning, Glenda.
Good morning, dear. It's good to be here, and thank you for inviting me to your show.
Thank you very much, and thank you for honoring the show. Just few weeks ago, news trending about you, and coincidentally, today is World Fencing Day. Let me start by asking you, what does fencing mean to you? Because you spend a good part of your life participating in that sport.
Yes, fencing has been it's been amazing in my life because it's not only a sport, but it can also help you with so many personal and character building. Fencing it's an international sport, of course, and it's a mental, physical game, but more mental than physical. You have to be physically fit to do the movements, but you have to be mentally strong. So it helps you with your strategy thinking, your creativeness, your how you solve problems. It helps you to think quickly and on your feet. So it is amazing for everybody, absolutely for everybody. And it gives you lots of self-confidence as well. So it kept me also in trim. Most people think, oh gosh, you're 61 years old already. Yes, I am 61. It keeps you young. It makes you feel like you're a warrior, and we all have a bit of warrior in us. So for all the people out there that want to feel that good feeling of being a warrior, but in a constrained way, fencing is absolutely amazing for you.
Okay, what influenced your decision to be a fencer? Because we know that from reports getting to us, you started at a very young age, and we know that fencing, it is not so much of the origin did not start from Africa. But what of fencing? Why did you start fencing at a very young age?
I was just at the right time, at the right place, I think, because fencing came here, especially here in Cape Town. It was I think it was an admiral or a captain in the English Navy, and then he settled here in Cape Town, and he coached some people in Salt River in a hall called Wesley Training Hall. It was like a teacher's training center, and there was a hall, and he trained some gymnasts, and one of those gymnasts, the name was Gwen November, she came into our community, and then she started a fencing club. She was brave enough to start because fencing is not that it's not it's the equipment is quite expensive. Not now if you compare fencing with the running. I mean, the running shoes cost quite a bit. So at that time, fencing was rare in our community. So I just lived near the hall where this lady taught. Her name was Gwen November, and then I just joined. I mean, my mom always encouraged us to do a sport or gymnastics and things like that. And she was near where I lived, and she asked me if I wanted to come and join. And it was free. I mean, I didn't have to pay. We never had much money then. And then I just continued. I started off, and I like the discipline. I like the discipline in the sport, and I like the thrill that it gave you when you scored a hit. When you scored a hit, it was like, and you planned a hit, and you follow through, and you get that hit. It is like an amazing thrill, and that kind of captured me because I had to outwit my opponent. I just think of how to score a hit, and we had to play mind games. So that was something that I, fortunately, at a young age, could grasp. Most of the other youngsters, they were just there just to fight, to do sword fighting, and that type of thing. And they came and they left. But I was fortunate to understand.
There are many of them that has our own picture. Okay, fine. Now, let me ask you. I think the network issue that's talking about Glenda, who has Glenda Pieters, who at the age of 61 won a gold medal in fencing, and today is World Fencing Day, so she is very appropriate to talk to on a day like this. Are you there, Glenda?
Sorry.
Yeah, Glenda Pieters.
Yeah, sorry. No, sorry, we're having a bit of load shedding here in Cape Town, so there was like a bit of a switch of things, but hopefully everything is okay now.
Okay, thank you. At 61, how were you able to win a gold medal at 61 in the UK Fencing Championship against a younger fencer who is less than 20 years old? That seems like a miracle.
No, I participated in the veteran section, which was 40 plus. It was 40 up. So there were 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds. Okay? And we fenced together. So I was the best 60-year-old. I got the gold medal for the 60-year-old. I didn't fence against the 20-year-old. No, they're too fast for me.
And now, lastly, on World Fencing Day, as we go into other segment of this, so we also have a guest. So what does fencing, are you going to honor a day like this, Pieters? Are you going to honor the World Fencing Day?
Well, this is one of the things. This is being on your show is honoring it, And I put something on Facebook that, I love fencing and I'm encouraging. What I'm actually doing is I'm encouraging people over 40 to do the sport. It is a fantastic sport for somebody to do at that age. It keeps you mentally strong, creative, and it's such a lovely social sport. You meet people from all walks of life, and it keeps you fit. So this is a perfect sport for the over 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I'm going to invite people to, I'm going to invite them to my club, which is called Table Mountain Fencing Club in Newlands in Cape Town.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, Glenda Pieters, thank you very much for your time, and hope that you enjoy a wonderful World Fencing Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me. And I trust if you must come down to Cape Town, please let me know. Okay. I would love to challenge you to a duel.
Oh, okay. Okay, I will let you know. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you very much. That's Glenda Pieters, all the way from Cape Town. She's a very wonderful lady at 61, and that's her gold medal. She's really showing us how she did that. Away from fencing, we go straight to volleyball. Tomorrow, at the Under-19 Boys Championship taking place in Morocco, Nigeria will be playing Egypt in the final of the Under-19 Men's African Championship. And we know that Nigeria has won this tournament back-to-back. So we are saying how possible they could be able to win this 3 times in a row. And while watching this, let me now take you to the semi-final between Nigeria and Libya, that Nigeria really defeated them to get to the final against Egypt. And joining me to analyze some of the trending topics we're talking about is Ambassador Henry Iwuanyanwu. It's good to have you.
Thank you very much, Moda.
That's in Morocco, ongoing as we speak. Tomorrow is the final with Egypt and Nigeria, and we've won this tournament back-to-back. Let's not forget, 2 weeks ago, the girls' version took place in Abuja. Nigeria won the bronze medal in that. Volleyball seems to be one sport we know growing up. Tell us a bit about what you think about volleyball, and hope that the under-19 boys will win the trophy tomorrow.
Yeah, Muda, as you can see, the sports, that is this particular sports, volleyball, have been a very sound sport for us here in Nigeria. It's gradually getting very popular, just like the football. And it's one of the sports that, we started so early when we are in secondary schools, and it was well introduced. And I'm happy to see that gradually we are getting there with these sports. And there's no disappointing. We have our boys doing well. They have already qualified. And we also have our girls also doing well. So what we are seeing is that these boys, from what we have seen so far, they are going to make a great impact in this very championship. And there's no doubt the calibers of players we have there, they are all well trained. In fact, I give kudos to the coaching crew and also the Nigerian Volleyball Federation.
Yes, Nigerian Volleyball Federation, Amusan, he's a very man that has been pushing volleyball to the highest level. While volleyball championship was going on in Morocco, Aruna Quadri was fighting his life in Algeria. So it's what is going on right now. While Aruna Quadri playing table tennis in the men's singles of the senior championship, African championship in Algeria, the neighboring state, we have under 19 that's qualified for the final, and that will take place tomorrow. Tell us, we know Aruna Quadri is #1 in Africa. He has done everything, and we saw, I was at the Telsin Balogun Stadium where injury couldn't make him against his rival, that's Omar Osa of Egypt. These are two notable names when it comes to table tennis in Nigeria. But Aruna Quadri came from 2-0 down and to win that game 4-2. You know Aruna Quadri and what he has done so well for Nigerian table tennis. We are also surprised that it could come from 2-0 down to do that. Tell us a bit about Aruna Quadri, who has been a flag bearer when it comes to table tennis in Africa.
Muda, Aruna is an exceptional player, and he has been making Nigeria very proud. You can see the hard work he has put in place. You can also see a lot of things he has done with this very game. For this particular one, for him to come up in this level, for me, he tried to fight back. Remember what happened? Down. Yes, and apart from that, remember what happened in 2018. The particular contender was actually the one who beat him then. And this time around, he's a great fighter. So he knows how to do the game. And I know for some time, because as a result of the injury, he had been trying to nurse himself and prepare for this game. And we are not surprised to see him, what he have done, and the level he have gone. And this particular young man, I must tell you, I give kudos to him.
That's Egyptian Omasa or Aruna Quadri?
No, I'm talking about Aruna. Yeah, he has been supporting tennis development here in Nigeria without the effort of anybody. You see, and these are the kind of people that we want to see, come up later after they retire. So I'm not surprised to see what he have done, and we are still expecting more from him. He still have enough time to show us a lot regarding his prowess.
Now, I think there's so much we all know about Aruna Quadri, but the fact still remains that he gave us the first Africa, the first quarterfinal. No African has got to the quarterfinal of the Olympics. He has won many championships before any other African has done that. He has been to the Olympics and all that. But what do you think? How can we get more? Because you're also a table tennis person, a sport director in table tennis. What can we do to get more of Aruna Quadri for the country, Nigeria?
Muda, we need serious, well-organized competitions. We need proper development for our younger ones. A lot of people are interested. but we don't also have the facilities. Those who have the facility, sometimes it seems they are not
interest.
Yeah, it seems they lose interest or they are not ready to release them. And from what you can see so far, we have a lot of them that are interested in this game. You can see the younger ones, starting from the girls to the boys. You can see what they are doing. You can see what Taiwo is also doing.
Taiwo Matthew was at this competition.
Yes,
and he came
for the under 19.
Yeah, he was even at this competition and he won the bronze medal. So on the podium, we had Aruna Kodri, Mati Taiwo, all Nigerian and Egyptians on the podium.
So we need serious support, okay, especially in the area of development. The facilities have to come in place. The support, having a serious team that have, a coaching crew that have to train these young ones. So train the trainer. We need people who can come in and also train the coaches for the tennis so that they can be passed this knowledge to the younger ones.
Yes, I'm going to let people train the trainer. I hope the president of Nigerian Table Tennis Federation, Isha Kutiko, is watching. I hope also the African Table Tennis Federation also, they're all watching that you have to train the trainer. Let me now take you to one particular tournament where we had Aruna Kodri and Omar Sal, where Aruna Kodri lost that through the injury at the Tessin Balogun Stadium. That was the final of a tournament that most Nigerians will not forget in a long while. Before we go to the next stop, you saw crowd and excitement on the field, Ambassador. Don't you think if other sports were as funded as football, football might not be the top sport for us in Nigeria? Because when it comes to the table tennis, we see a lot of people coming to cheer up and happy about that. Aren't you so happy about the fans?
Yeah, I'm happy. For tennis have a lot of supporters here in Nigeria. Whether you like it or not, you can see the crowd out there. And Aruna has a lot of fans. Okay, he have made tennis in Nigeria have become Aruna. In fact, if there's a way, we have to be calling it Aruna Sports. You know, a lot of people like him, they like to watch him, and the moment he's here in Nigeria, you see people will fill the stadium. So what we are saying is that we have a lot to also borrow from Egypt because they are serious contenders in this game. We have a lot to borrow from them. And as I said earlier, we need to train the trainers. In the area of this sports, yeah, we have a lot of people interested in this game. But the officials, go there, most of the people you see are people that are, or they are ready to retire in the game. So we don't have enough officials. The umpires, you can hardly see the young ones. So we need to train people that will help to make this sports remain, and not just remaining, become one of the greatest sports in Nigeria.
To me, if I have an opinion, after football, what sport do you think takes the limelight in the country?
If you ask me, I would say table tennis. Table tennis. That is the truth.
I'm not thinking of basketball?
Yeah, people are interested in basketball. There's no doubt about it. But if you ask me, the sports that brings people closer, okay, a lot of people are doing what's it called, basketball, as a result of, it's booming in US and all that. But this particular sport,
regardless of what is happening in Europe,
is one of the individual. No, you can't just call it an individual sport. Of course, we also have a double and single. But then, for the sports, it's a big one here. And for me, after football, let's talk about table tennis.
Okay, away from table tennis, we look at Diamond League, and if there's any name that has been on the lips of sports administrators, sport journalists, sport commentators, it has to be the name Toby Amusan. She has done it again, and if you look at her year in 2022, she started the year by retaining the African Championship title in Mauritius back in June. And she traveled to Paris to smash her 12.42 seconds African record with a time of 12.41 seconds at the Diamond League in Paris. Then she ran a 12.41 seconds at the Diamond League meeting before coming to storming Benin City, Edo State, to make another 12.63 African Championship record, which was set in 1997 by Angela Atede. She broke that record. We know she's the reigning African champion. She ran a 12.58 seconds to add the championship record to her collection before going to the biggest stage where we had her breaking the world record. So she produced one of the biggest surprise of the World Championship when she did the world record in 12.12 seconds in the semi-finals of the 100 meters hurdles. And she actually did another record in the final, but because it was wind aided, that couldn't stand. That was 12.06, couldn't stand. But the record is 12.12 seconds. And just yesterday, she did another fantastic one by retaining the Diamond League she won last year. That ended at $20,000. Toby Amusan is the name on every lips. This seems to be a year dedicated for her. What can you say about this wonderful lady?
She promised us, that she's going to return this. And I'm not surprised. She has put a lot of hard work. She has really done so much to be able to return it. And this will remain in history forever. And you can see all she have done so far. You can see her display. You can see the love from all angles. It has been her name all through. In fact, she's hot, very exceptional. So it is her time, and she's running. So I'm not surprised she have gone this far, and especially for this Diamond League for her to return it. So we still have hope that we are going to have younger ones that will still represent us like her. So I really appreciate what is happening, and it is a big news for us here in Nigeria. At least we have something to cheer us up. So thank you so much, Toby. So it's a big one for us, and congratulations to her, to the association, and also to Nigerians in general.
Yes, but some question on that list now. We know that one thing evading right now is the Olympic champion, and the Olympics is in Paris 2024. Do you think she can maintain the momentum from now still 2024, whereby she can actually get what she expected? Because we know that it has not been, it's a year, but do you think she can maintain? 2024 is the next 2 years. Do you think she can maintain this momentum to be able, though she said that she is on vacation right now, more training and vacation, but can she maintain the momentum to 2024?
Muda, there is something about athletes. The moment they are hot, they are hot. The only thing that will stop Toby is if she stops training and then she relaxes. But I know her for sure, she's not going to relax. So I know that the moment she finishes, maybe little rest, and then the next thing, she's going to start preparation for the Olympics. So there's no doubt she's going to do something extraordinary in the coming Olympics.
So how can we get more? You are a school sport director. What do you think should be in place for us to get more of Toby Amusan, Isibume, and the likes of them? What do you think, using a case study of your school, where you are the sport director, where you have young talent, what do you think should be done to create more of this atmosphere for Nigeria?
Yeah, it's to encourage them. They have what it takes, these children. They have what it takes. So it's just to encourage them. Schools should put facilities that can enable these children to train, create a good enabling school calendar, that we have inclusive of sports. Then let there be competitive games. I like what somebody like Nefion Odon is doing. Yes, our legend, the Olympic gold medalist. I like what he's doing. Setting up a championship, an international championship, which mostly Nigerians are getting involved, and he have been going around schools trying to train people as well. This is the kind of thing we want. We want those legends, to come in play. let them also assist schools to develop these sports or athletics. They should go in there, assist the schools, assist the children, have their own academy, where they can groom these children, train them, and bring them out there. And remember, it's not only about the training. Any training without competition is nonsense. So that is why I keep encouraging and also giving kudos to what people like this Olympic gold medalist is doing, and is doing, setting up competition where schools can come and train, and compete. So it's not only going outside here, going to Dubai or elsewhere to compete. They can do a lot of competitions here, and then when they prepare to go to the international level, that will give us more kudos, and we'll be able to find them young, catch them young. So issue of going to schools, to streets, very important.
But there's this trajectory of you have to be outside the country before you boom. Because Ese Bume, Tobi Amusan, Faith Ofili, Rosemary Chukuma, Grace Wonkocha, who has been suspended for... we have that trend that, though they're locally found in Nigeria, but it gets to a stage in their career, they've been winning here, they become, they get scholarship outside the country, and boom, you see them the best of the best. Must you be out of the country? Some say it's because of infrastructure. Must you be out of the country before you can do the best for yourself?
You see, it's not supposed to be so. But unfortunately, we find ourselves there. It's still the same thing we are talking about. Good enabling environment. The moment you create the environment that is conducive for sports, that is also an environment that encourages these children or the athletes, then we can be able to make it here without even going there. The names you just mentioned, most of them are like some of these people we see daily.
Daily, yeah.
Okay? But
unknown.
They were opportune to move to enable an environment where they are well encouraged. So this is the reason why we keep begging that there should be a good enabling environment, an environment that is supportive of these athletes and the sports. Then with that, they can make it here, and as well, the moment they get themselves out there, they will still shine. They can even start shining from here.
Yes, away from, because so much of stories happened, away from that, Bayelsa Queen, the draws for the CAF Women's Champions League is out. And we know that Bayelsa Queen is in a group that is very, very tough. Let me use that word. And they did so well by qualifying. They first of all have to play in a WAFU B zonal qualifiers, which they did. And the game ended 3-0 some days ago, where Bayelsa Queens defeated the Ghanaian side, Ampi Koa, 3-0. And let's not forget they met in the group stage and they also met in the final. But let's look at the group. We have Melody Sundown of South Africa, Bayelsa Queen, and also Madi Dega of Egypt. And not forgetting the last one, part of them. So what do you expect? Before I ask your opinion, because Bayelsa Queen have done so well for Nigeria. They've won the league, they've won the tournament, the Super 6 and all that. Let me speak to one of the FIFA licensed agents who spoke about what we should be expecting from Bayelsa after they won the WAFU competition.
Firstly, it is lamentable and sympathetic to tell you first of it all it comes. Bayelsa Queens happens to be a very close friend of mine who runs the team. So talking of the chairman, Pastor Robin Aprella. He is a good friend of mine, which I think he needed a lot of support because coming into sports, it makes a viral way. So I need to put some interest to show what and best what we can do now as well. Actually, we can never say this is the next prediction because football is unpredictable, as we can see in all worldwide. So, but I think with the team, with the caliber and the level of team we're having in Bayelsa Queens, I think we are equal to whichever task that comes along. So our expectations are very high, the hopes are very high, the intents are very high. So we are looking forward to see what more we can earn, because going far, maybe you are not aware, we are putting up a set record which none of the clubs in Nigeria has ever done. In game of football, it is called worldwide game. So during that, you have to make your transfer global. When we talk of global, you need to employ some people from different countries to fortify your team. With this, we are not regretting doing that, because ever since we've started founding on that, we have been getting expensive results. When I mean expensive results, winning upon winning. So it really matters and helps a lot.
Yeah, that's someone here, Olayemi, a FIFA licensed coach who has done so well for female football in Nigeria. It's I will hear your opinion. For first and foremost, it's a good one that CAF has given us what we call the CAF Women's Champions League. So it's not just about us playing the continent. Rivers Angels did that last year. They represented us. Now it's Bayelsa. They've done so well. They're in a very tough group where we have Melody Sounder and 2 Egyptian clubs there. What's your expectation from these ladies?
This is a good one for us, especially for the Bayelsa girls. Why I said it's a good one is that we really need to use this opportunity to get the best of our girls for future games. Okay, for you to be tough, you don't need to play people that are light, people that are not that strong enough. So we really need stronger players. I mean, we really need stronger teams to be able to build up a good stand for us. So for the Bayelsa girls, for their group, there's nothing to worry about. I believe that the coach, and his crew have been doing a lot. They have also studied other teams and see how they are playing. They have seen how strong they are. So definitely they can't just relax. Okay. The good thing about the girls is that I have watched some of their games. You can see some of them, they take good instruction from their coaches. Okay. So let's expect that, my expectation actually is they are going to win. Okay? They are going to win. From what I have seen, they are going to come top in that group. So you may call it a tough group, but it's not going. You can hear what the coach said. He said sometimes in football you can't predict anything. So sometimes we come to a blank state or a blank point where you can't predict anything. The truth is this: these teams are meeting themselves maybe for the first time in a championship like this, and it's an opportunity for everyone to outshine each other. Okay. So I don't think Bayelsa girls are that weak not to face this team. Okay. So definitely they are going to come out with flying scores. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you. It's a wonderful time on the show. Thank you very much, Ambassador Henry Iwuanyanwu.
Thank you so
for
much
being part of the show. You are one man of many areas in sports. You're a sport director, you're a coach, you're everything. So you are one encyclopedia when it comes to sport. Thank you for being part of the show.
I really appreciate Muda.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's our time to say bye. But we won't leave without letting you enjoy the semi-final of the Under-19 men's championship. The final will take place tomorrow. Enjoy this between Nigeria and Cameroon. Same time next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.